Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Willie, and if this is your first time, I share content on master's application, my life here as an international student in France. I do vlog and share other useful content. So if these are the kind of things that do interest you, please kindly like my videos, share my videos, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a new opportunity that it's currently ongoing. It's actually for Nigerians and it's called the PTDF Scholarship. So what does PTDF stands for? It means Petroleum Technology Development Fund, and it's actually for Nigerians. So if you are not a Nigerian, sorry, you can't benefit from this opportunity. It's solely meant for Nigerians that wish to study overseas, and I'm just going to give you a breakdown of the scholarship. So the timeline for application to this scholarship is within 6 weeks from the time it came out, like for each of the year. And for this 2023 scholarship scheme, it's going to be closing on March 24th. That is 6 weeks from when the application portal for application started or was opened. And I'm going to drop the link for the application in the description section, so please check that section to find how the link in which you can use to apply. So if you're watching this video maybe like some months from now or a year after, just take note of this application timeline. So if it's within February or March, you just make sure you check out to see if the PTDF scholarship has already started for any year that you're going to watch this video. For the PTDF Overseas Scholarship scheme, they actually sponsor people to study in I think 4 different countries: the UK, Germany, France, and Malaysia. So you are going to they have their partner schools in each of these 4 countries, and they have a list of it, and you're going to check out the list of the schools and you apply to these schools. That is what you're going to do. So they sponsor people to these different 4 countries with their partner schools. The next thing we are going to look at is the requirements for you to apply for this scholarship. There are a lot of requirements. I'm going to put the link for the requirements and you're going to look at it, but I'm just going to mention a few. The first thing first is your NYAC certificate. That is your National Youth Service Certificate. So if you don't have that, then you can't even think of applying for this scholarship. They need that certificate. And then the second thing is that you should have a minimum of a second class upper, that is a 2-1, or if you have a second class lower, you should back it up with a relevant work experience. And then the requirement that are different for like the master's category and the postdoctoral category, because for the PTDF scholarship they sponsor both for masters and also for a PhD. So they are different, but I think the 2 main points in this different categories that you have your NYC and then you have a minimum of a second class upper or a second class lower, but you back it up with a relevant work experience. And the third thing is your WAEC. You should already have like minimum of 5 credits in your WAEC degree. And that's the third thing. I have a list here that I wrote down, so I'm just going to take a look at it. And the next thing you're going to be asked for is a statement of purpose. Yeah, statement of purpose, you should have that. And you should also have your national identification number, that is your name. You should have that. Like I said already, it's just for Nigerians. And then there are other documents that you'll be asked for depending on if you're applying for a master's degree or if you're applying to a PhD program. And then remember, any course you are going to apply should be relevant to the oil industry, and then you should apply to the schools that have partnership with PTDF. So before we go to the courses that you can apply to all the schools, what does the PTDF scholarship covers? The PTDF scholarship, it covers for your flights to and fro the different countries that you are going to apply to. It covers for your tuition fees. It also covers for it gives you monthly allowance. Yeah, it gives you allowance that's necessary to cover for your accommodation and your living expenses. And I think when you're just arriving newly, they're going to give you some amount just for like settling in amount. So I'm not actually a beneficiary of PTDF scholarship, but I have friends that are beneficiaries, and like I mentioned in the list of countries, they also sponsor students to France here to study. Next thing you're going to look at is the schools. So I have a list of the schools that you can apply to. Just check the link in the description. And most schools they sponsor people to France. A lot of PTDF scholars, they come here to France. So if you're thinking of how you can apply to the schools in France, kindly check my page. Like I have a whole lot of them, the processes you should follow when you're applying to schools in France and so on. So you can check my channel. And if you want to apply to schools in the UK, my first 2 videos on this channel are actually on the requirements to apply to schools in UK, because even before I came to France, I actually applied to a lot of schools in the UK, so I have a little experience on that, and I hope this can guide you in applying to these schools. And even the schools in Germany, that's still similar to schools application steps to schools in France. It's just for you to look at those schools that PTDF is partnering with in France or in Germany, and search out the courses that are related to oil and gas, and then you apply to them. And then after you pass this stage, I think it's going to be the interview next. I'm not sure if they give assessment. I'm not really certain again if they give assessment. So, but the next thing is going to be your interview, and I think the interview is always physical. I don't think they allow for online interviews. I think they do, because I think during the COVID-19 they had these options, but for this year I'm not certain if they'll have like the online option. But just in case they don't have it, it's mostly offline, and it depends on your location where you are choosing to go for your interview. After the interview, you just have to wait for some time to get the feedback on your results, that is if you're qualified or not. And then maybe other things, just to give you other points that you should note when you're applying for PTDF scholarship, is to know that you're normally graded, like they have points for it that makes up if you're qualified or not. And for example, if you have a first class, I think that gives you more points. If you have a second class upper, it gives you more points than someone that has a 2-2. And then like the relevant work experiences that they had, if you have maybe like a publication, if you have like some awards, all these kind of things, that just adds to your point, you know. Maybe like the way you dress when you get for the interview, your presentation skills, and so on and so forth. They have like a breakdown of points. I think you should check out for that, and maybe reach out to someone that has applied for PTDF scholarship before to help you in order to prepare well. And like I used to say, if you are looking out for person, maybe you don't know anybody around you that's applied for it before, always go on LinkedIn. You'll find them on LinkedIn, trust me. Or go on Twitter, just search for PTDF scholars, or maybe search for example a course you're applying for, or a school you're applying to, either in UK or in France. You always find them, and on their profile you always see if they actually study there based on PTDF scholarship or not. And then you can always reach out to them, and they could help you and just give you more points and how you can prepare for the scholarship. Personally, I'm going to try to reach out to one of them and see if they are free to give me an interview that can help people. So I hope, I cross my fingers, and we are going to find someone that is free that could share their experience for the PTDF scholarship. But if I don't, these other points I've already shared are going to really help you. Just reach out to them on LinkedIn and make sure you just put in your best foot. And for the whole details, the description and everything, just check the link in the description box to find them. So I'm just going to wish you all the best in the application process, and remember it ends on March 24th, so you have like 6 weeks for you to apply to this scholarship. I'm wishing you all the best. So guys, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you're going to take advantage of this opportunity and apply for it. You will not know what is going to be the outcome if you don't even try, so there's nothing harm in you trying for it. Go for it, and let's see what's going to be the outcome. Anyways, I'm wishing you the best. And if you have watched this video to this point and you have not subscribed to my channel, child of God, what is happening? Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share my videos. This is just your own way to give me your support, and see you in my next video. Bye.